This is where we come to something that completely and utterly dwarfs all of Bruce Wayne's combined assets, house and Batcave included, if he were to turn everything he owns in the world into cash and leave for the Bahamas. I'm of course talking about his sharehold in the ridiculously wealthy company known as Wayne Enterprises. Before I go into the over-the-top things that this company owns and is doing across many different fields from aerospace to owning and producing a large portion of the United States steel industry, giving it a behemoth price tag in terms of its net worth, we first need to go over a couple of things, namely how much of Wayne Enterprises does Bruce actually own if the company were to suddenly liquidize all of its assets. Liquidize being a term that means whenever a company turns all of its assets into cold hard cash, thus bringing the business to an end. To own part of a company means that you are a shareholder and thus have bought and owned shares or a certain percentage of a company, giving you a personal stake in how well that company does, with a single share in a company having a certain cash value, otherwise known as equity, depending on how well that company is doing, or its overall net worth if you were to again minus its assets from its liabilities. So the question here is, what sharehold of Wayne Enterprises does Bruce own? And if the company was to liquidize its net worth into cash, what share of the resulting cash pie would he receive? In Batman Begins, we see one of the only times that Bruce's share ownership of Wayne Enterprises is ever mentioned, when the company decides to go public after announcing him dead, from the many years he was traveling the world.